Once upon a time, there was a beautiful girl who lived in a town. This girl was so beautiful that many rich, very handsome, noble young men from faraway cities and countries would come to see her. He didn't like it. And the girl's favorite thing was to be the owner of the most beautiful rose garden. Meanwhile, a young man living in the same town and falling in love with this girl also wanted this girl. But the girl refused him too. Many years passed. Our young man left town. He built another life for himself and got married and had children. One day he fell into the beautiful little town where he once lived. He missed this town with the most beautiful rose gardens in the country. He asked the person he saw about this girl. The old man pointed to a house with a rose garden in front of him and said that the girl was getting married. Ours was very curious about the husband of the girl who had once rejected everyone. One day, she hid in the garden with the most beautiful roses in the area and started to watch the house and saw her husband leaving the house. The girl's husband was fat, bald and ugly. Moreover, he was not even rich. The man, who was very curious, knocked on the door of the house after her husband left. When she opened it, she introduced herself and asked why she had married such a man. The girl told him that if she plucked the most beautiful rose from the rose garden behind her and brought her, she would give the answer. Meanwhile, her only condition was that she would not turn back while walking in the garden. Then the man started to move forward in the garden where there are hundreds of beautiful roses. He suddenly saw a beautiful yellow rose. Just as he was leaning towards it, a huge pink rose caught his eye a little ahead. Just as he was reaching for it, he saw a magnificent red rosebud further ahead. Then he saw that he had come to the end of the garden and had to pluck a rose and brought it to the girl. While waiting for the garden to bring the most beautiful rose, what should the girl see? A weak rose with wilted leaves. Then the girl turned to the man and said, "Look, did you see? While you always want to find the better, life passes and you have to settle for the worst. Therefore, it is necessary to learn to be content with what one has before the youth is lost. The most beautiful rosé is always near you and is waiting for you to find your true self by being free from your thoughts."